It's a pleasure to have you once again on the link this week. We promise to give you information you can use and opportunities. This week we are back with opportunities, and we are speaking about something you have had here before, but we are going to add a little bit more flesh so you make a decision before the doors close. That is the listing of the Airtel Uganda Limited shares, what we call the initial public offer, IPO. A couple of weeks ago, there was another official from Airtel who spoke about the general IPO. Today we are back to add you more information. If you haven't bought shares or you want to buy more, so you have information you can use to buy more into Airtel Uganda. And my guest tonight is Mr. Ali Balunywa, Sales and Distribution Director, Airtel Uganda. Bwana Ali, welcome.
Thank you, and glad to be here, Samuel.
All right.
Good.
There's a countdown now.
Yes.
In terms of the calendar, when the listing will happen. Just take us through where we are now in the process.
So first we did the offer. Yes. I think 30th August is when we officially declared or announced to the public. The key critical date is 13th October. Okay. Is the first date where all the people should have bought at least the initial offer that has been put at that point. That's when the closing happens for the initial offering. After that period, if you've not bought shares, you can only buy on what we call the secondary market, because the primary offer would have been closed on 13th October. Okay. From 13th October to 30th October, then the issuing, the allocation, and everything happens, where actually then people know I applied for the shares, it's now deposited into my account. On the 31st of October, officially Airtel Uganda goes live on the Uganda Stock Securities Exchange. Okay. So the official trading, when I think in Europe what they call ringing the bell.
Yes, the bell. And they will be ringing bell here also.
Exactly. Yeah. So will happen on 31st October. Okay. So we have only a few days for Ugandans out there who are still thinking, should I not? And hopefully after this interview or this discussion, they would have made the decision to jump.
Okay. Let's go to the basics now.
Yes.
Take us through the basic steps for becoming a shareholder of Airtel. What do I need to do? Some people have already acquired, but others are like,
Yes. So two things. First, we have two categories of people. Okay. We have those that have ever bought shares before. I think those are easier because they know how it works. Yeah. So for those, you go and just buy through your account or still through Airtel, star 185 star 85 hash.
Say that again slowly.
So star 185 star 85 hash. Okay. You will follow the prompts and it will take you to buy. All right. But most importantly today, we want to appeal to those Ugandans who are going to be buying shares for the first time in their life. So we've made it simple for you as well. Using star 185 star 85 hash, you can open your Securities Central Depository account. Yes. That is what you need first. Everybody was asking, a few friends of mine were asking, so what do I need? First, you need that account.
That account.
Once you have that account, then you can begin to buy the shares. Okay. What we've done is 8 billion shares have been floated. Yes. Out of the 8 billion, each share costs 100 shillings. Yes. But the minimum number of shares you need is 2,500 shares.
That's the least you can buy.
The least you can buy at the initial offering is 2,500 shares. Okay. That's equivalent to 250,000 shillings for any Ugandan as a starting point.
So the smallest money I can use is 250,000?
250,000 shillings for you to get a stake in Airtel Uganda Limited.
Where have you put it up there? 250,000.
Actually, it's not up there because the real true value of the share is 100 shillings. And we believe, because, you know, trading is long-term investment. True. So the minimum 250,000 shillings, in our opinion, is a fair valuation for a lot of Ugandans because we wanted also to be as inclusive as possible. Okay. So we are convinced that as many Ugandans as possible should be able to afford the 250,000 shillings to give you the initial offering of the 2,500 shares that you need. Okay. We've made it easier though, Samuel. If you buy through Airtel Money platform, we actually add you a bonus share for every 100 shares you buy.
Okay.
You get 5 bonus shares if you don't buy through the Airtel Money platform. But if you buy through our platform, we give you an additional share.
Okay.
So we've put up those incentives to actually catalyze and make it easy and make it inclusive for everybody.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
So, I have become a shareholder.
Yes.
What's expected of me and what's expected of the company? Because there's some kind of contract. I'm now a shareholder.
Yes.
So what is expected of me and what should I expect of the company, Airtel?
So first, what you should expect is for your shares that you bought to be deposited in your account.
Okay.
That is the starting point, because without that, you're not a shareholder. So immediately you buy the shares, that's what you'll expect. And that's what will happen between 13th and 30th of October. And then you'd expect the company to actually keep you informed of the operations within the business, because now it's your business.
Now I'm a shareholder.
You're a shareholder, you're part of the business. So the company is responsible to periodically inform you about how the business is running.
Okay.
And most importantly, you expect your dividends, because that's why you've invested in the first place. So that's the expectation from a shareholder. One, getting your shares deposited in your account, getting informed regularly or periodically on how the company is being operated. But most importantly is giving you your money in the form of dividends, as has been communicated.
Okay.
Yes.
We will follow up, and I know because of disclosure issues, Airtel now will be telling us. I'm looking forward to that time. So as a shareholder, now I'm a shareholder. When is the money made? Do I make money every day, every week, every year? When do I expect money?
Ordinarily, if I was to invest, I would expect my money to be made every day.
Okay.
That's why you invest. You'd expect your money to be made every day and every week and every month. But I think the right question you want to ask is, when do I get paid? Yes, yes, you've made my money for me, but when do I get paid?
When does it enter my pocket?
Exactly. So as per the declared communication, we will, as a shareholder, you get paid dividends on a quarterly basis.
Every 3 months?
So every 3 months, you get paid your dividends that come.
Okay.
Yes.
What does this dividend size depend on?
The dividend size depends on, one, the size of your investment.
Of course.
So if you've invested more, it means when we are sharing,
I'm going to get more.
You'll get a bigger share of the pie. Because actually what you've done is we've floated 20% of the company, 8 billion shares. If I've bought 2,500 shares, I'm still a shareholder. But if somebody has bought 1 million or 2 million shares, it means when we reach the time to share the dividends, to share the profit that we've made, the other person will earn more. So your earnings, simply stated, will be equivalent to your level of investment.
Okay.
Yes.
But also how much money you've made. Is that correct?
Exactly, because you see, we can dividends after, you know, we've made the money, you've paid the taxes, you've removed everything, so that is shareable is dependent. Again, the beauty with a company like ours, and why Ugandans should invest in Airtel is as you grow, and we've been the fastest growing company in the last 5 years. We've been the fastest growing telecom.
Very interesting.
In the last 5 years. When we look at the dynamics around the country, still a very young population, so you expect that many people will be joining the telephone industry. Again, very low penetrated smartphone penetration in Uganda compared to the Africa average or even the East Africa average. So we see that the business will continue to grow, and that's our hope and desire. So as the business grows more, your earning makes you more money. Yes.
Okay, very interesting. Now, Airtel Uganda listed only the telecom business and not the money.
Yes.
Doesn't that affect the value I'd have got otherwise?
Not really. First of all, to be clear to the public is Airtel Mobile Commerce Uganda Limited is a separate entity governed by Bank of Uganda. Airtel Uganda Limited, our GSM entity, is governed by different regulations. So there are two different entities.
Okay.
However, in terms of value, Airtel Uganda Limited is still as much valuable as any of the companies you see on the exchange. And if you read our prospectus, actually, you'll be amazed to see some statistics to just help somebody form an opinion. First, Airtel Uganda Limited is a co-leader in the market today with 49% revenue market share in the telecom industry. Over 47% customer market share. Again, we've already laid the best network in this country, 100% 4G, and already launched 5G network. We have a 20-year license that we've just started operating. So the environment and what I spoke about, young population, opportunities are there in this market. So the business is just as valuable as you can find elsewhere.
Okay. Bwana Ali, your last word and last call to the investors. I have affinity for stock markets and shares, so yes, you're speaking music to my ears. your last word to the investors and potential ones.
I think my appeal is to Ugandans. We've been given a great opportunity for us to expand our investment in this company, to make it our own. So I would appeal to all Ugandans who have the ability to actually invest and make the right investment. I think there are many forms of investments, but securities is a little bit new to many Ugandans. True. A lot of people would think, maybe I have my 500 million shillings, why don't I build rentals? Why don't I buy matatus, or why don't I buy a boda boda? It will get me more money. I think I'm a believer that if you invested in a company like Airtel with the potential it promises, despite all the challenges, I think it's also important that we tell people that it's not that securities don't have any risks. They do have risks. And that's why we're encouraging people to say, please read our prospectus so that you know what you're investing in. But we commit and we appeal to all Ugandans and give them the affirmation that this is a strong company and it will be a safe and smarter investment for you going forward. Next
time we'll bring you back. I don't like to rig around issues like risks. Of course, they are there, but they are minimal for Ugandan blue chips like Airtel and the likes in the telecom and the banks. So viewers, you've heard 13th is the cut-off date. Please acquire for yourself investment in Airtel. It's one of the best performing companies in Uganda by many measures. So the investment risk and the return should be fair. If you want more information, look for the prospectus on the Airtel Uganda website. That was the link. We hope we added value to you. Thank you for joining us tonight.